up, everybody? How are we doing? Yes. Welcome to a very interesting and special stream right now. How's it look? Holy cow. What a revolution this is. You can almost see too much. We got a wide angle lens. We're in crystal clear visuals. We're using the iPhone 17 Pro Max. We're on Streamlabs. They fixed the problems. We used to use Streamlabs. All of last year we were using Streamlabs. Now we're back in the game. Here we are, people. Uh-oh. You can see all the chat right there. That's, you know, we used to have that, right? It shows the subs. Shows the sub count, or shows people subbing. Shows the chat, which also makes it pretty toxic sometimes. So the mod's got to be all over it. But this is going to be interesting. We'll see if it works, how it looks and sounds. I'm hoping it's going to be good. You can see a lot more of the room, actually, whether you know it or not. It's crazy, right? It looks beautiful. There's a setting for 4K, but we can't do it. We're multi-streaming, by the way, too. We're on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube from one spot. We're going to add TikTok, but there's this weird thing with stream keys that I've never figured out. But if we can get TikTok to come from this one spot, we are going to be... Oh, man, it is going to be a revolution, guys. But, yeah. Let me know how it looks and sounds. Because I think it should be looking and sounding better than ever, man. Honestly, better than ever. Now, like I said, the moderator's got to be all over it because that chat... Uh-oh, why is the chat moving up? That's not good. See, we're going to have issues. That's already not supposed to be doing that. Hey, now, why did the chat just move up in front of me? Let me make sure I'm monitoring my own stuff. Some of this stuff might be buggy. That wouldn't surprise me. You know, we've used Streamlabs before. We've had plenty of problems in the past. Oh, it lost my thumbnail. Oh, no. The thumbnail went away. That's a bummer. Oh, it labeled it wrong. Uh-oh. Hold on. Well, we might have to restart, guys. That's already failing. Okay, it changed the name of it and gave me a bad thumbnail. We can't have that. I think it did, at least. What's it look like for you guys? Yeah, it did. We're going to come back. I think it did, at least. Colors are amazing, though, right? The iPhone is way better at... iPhone's way better at... Hey, man, I'm going to probably cancel out the show, but thank you, Kirk Burning, with the $10 super chat. Really appreciate that. We're going to reset. I don't know why I did that. I kind of know, because we're using Twitch and Kick at the same time, and I'm going to assume what it did there was chose Twitch, the settings on Twitch, because that's not what I selected. Let me see something before we do anything. I'm going to probably exit, guys, so... Yeah, what? No... Uh-oh. Maybe we're not good. This is the kind of crap it was doing back in the day, guys. All right. We're not in the... Like, I didn't do it this way. Okay. I'm going to have to end it. We'll be right back, okay? I don't know if we have to end it. We don't have to. Should we see if people show up? Are people going to show up? I don't think that... With a bad thumbnail, that's not worth doing. I'm going to end this show. I don't know if I can change the thumbnail right now. Maybe I can change it. I don't have it on this phone, though. Crap. It changed the number and the name. I think it switched it to Twitch's settings. I might have to not dual stream to Twitch. It does look amazing, though. It sounds good, right? All right, we're going to have to come back. I'm sorry that those of you that were waiting. This sucks because it just ruined that... It ruined everything, man. We have a poll going on. There's all this crap I did, man. Setting this stuff up takes a lot of work, dude. Yeah, it looks and sounds good, but if it ruins the labeling It's not worth doing also, man, because you can't have it crash out. Thank you, Kirk Burning, for the 10. This is really impressive, though, right? Looks insane. This is an insane new world, right? Where you can read the chat on the screen. Is that distracting, though? Can you guys see the chat on the screen? Oh, I didn't think about the chat appears on the screen already. Uh-oh. It doesn't seem to be playing back, though. Are you guys seeing that? Nobody's seeing that. Weird. Alright, we're gonna have tech issues. You guys are showing up though. Hey guys, I'm sorry that we're gonna have to redo this. Oh, there it is. See the screen? Man, yeah, if you hide the chat, you're gonna see the chat again down below. You see it? That's all permanently on the video. Oh, I see why I did what I did. I see. I used to have it up here. All right. There's a lot going on here that's bugging out. I'm going to have to reset some stuff. Looks and sounds good, though, doesn't it? Heck yeah, guys. All right. We'll be back in a second. Dang it. There's all this crap I got to reset. So sorry for the super late show, but we're doing something really cool. Look at how good it is. Wide angle. Beautiful camera. Looking good. Sounding good. Super excited if this will work good. But I forgot that if you put the words on the bottom of the screen, that the words already are on the bottom of the screen. So you'd have to hide the chat. All right. Sorry, guys. This is a buggy. Yeah, if you disable the live chat, you can just read it on the screen itself. All right, but we're not going to do that. We're going to change some stuff. Okay. Well, thanks for coming in, guys. I'll be right back. Thanks, Kirk Burning. Sorry that we're going to have to bail, but I want to try to make sure this works. And there's no way to test this members only or anything without just testing it. I can't believe it didn't choose the freaking stuff. I guess I can change the... Okay. Here, I'm going to try something, actually. No, you know what? We might be able to... Hold on, I'm going to try something while live. I'm going to fix this thumbnail thing. We won't have to exit. I'm not going to exit. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm going to try to fix this live. Sorry, bugging out. This is the first time we're using Streamlabs since October when it broke hardcore. And I'm not saying it's completely fixed because, dude, and I've used this a billion times, so I can tell you that it doesn't matter if they fix it. It'll break over and over again still. But what you get is, look at how cool this is, right? This is still really, really cool. Be able to, sorry guys, technical stuff. I'm going to change the number. The thing is, I want to reset it because, oh wow, it has the right description but the wrong number. So it used Twitch's description. You see, we're multi-streaming right now, so we're Kick, Twitch. Okay, I can change the name while live. That's cool. Okay, we're going to be good. Maybe we can change it all while live. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Hello. New tech. Always doing new tech, right? To the point where I can't even stand it. Let me do this. All right, guys. Here, we can have music. fix that. We can fix the way the chat displays too. How's it look, guys? Are you here? Not that many people here. Did everybody leave? You're tiny. Let me look here. I'm going to change one more setting. Look good? I don't know if that looks good. The words are up in the corner now. So like when you type stuff, it should refresh and show stuff. I don't know. Guys, start typing. It does look really good. Let's see. Leave some comments. There we go. All right, so now you can see what it says up there, right? So now your comments will play on the screen, and it'll show the sub names. I wish you could get the sub counter to show, but it doesn't have that option, which is really stupid. So, everybody doing good? Looks good? Yeah. I could make the words smaller above me, but I think we're doing pretty well. All right. Let's go. All right, we're going to bring in TikTok, and then we're going to rock out. Now, what is the first song we should do, guys? Let me know. How's the new settings seem to you guys? Everything looking good? Ooh, look, see your name displays if you subscribe. Looking cool. You saying the sound? What do you mean, Travis? Good or bad? Yeah, this is the way we used to do it, guys. Is like, and that way it does timestamp. Like when I put a clip up, the words will be on the screen forever, which is also bad because trolls used to just like raid this place. But we also didn't have the wall of moderators. We were doing this for almost a year, guys, with Streamlabs up until October when TwitchCon happened, and they announced the new way Streamlabs would work, and it broke everything. And I never returned because it was broken. I kept testing it for months and months, and I hate testing it. Otherwise, once I found out it worked, look, okay, we're using the iPhone now because the audio issue is through YouTube's streaming app. It's not just the iPhone is fine. It's the iPhone with YouTube. We're now using Streamlabs. We're fine now. Look at how good it looks. This is way better. By the way, I did the test with the Galaxy, and on this phone doesn't let me do 4K for some reason. I don't know why. iPhone 17 Pro Max, not allowed to do 4K. Whatever. The Galaxy allows 4K, but even on 4K, like, dude, the Samsung Galaxy can't handle this situation. It looks good in other situations, like when I just do video logs, but it does not look good when showing this show. Very disappointed in that. Samsung Galaxy S26 Ultra cannot handle low light situations. iPhone 17 Pro Max, way better. Now we have the audio fixed. We're going to be good, guys. So I hope you like this. Welcome to the first test of this. I will send back this Google Pixel phone, but I bought this trying to fix the problem. Now, again, Streamlabs has let me down a couple different times in my life. So I'm hoping we'll be good, but it's a long road, right? So we're going to be good right now, so I'm excited. And eventually, we're doing Kick, Twitch, and YouTube from one spot. That's really epic. We will be getting TikTok from one spot if I could figure it out. I've never been able to figure it out, though. So we're going to bring in TikTok from a different spot. But if we can get them all from one device, I am never going to look back, dude, until it breaks, and then we'll have to look back. And it's $30 a month, so it's not cheap. When they break it and you can't use it, it's really annoying. Okay, here we go. We're going to bring in TikTok. What do you want to do first? Sorry, we're doing tech tests. This has been a lot of technical stuff. So now the other sad part is that TikTok has been ripping and TikTok has been god-tiered numbers. Like we had 28,000 and now I'm putting them in the doghouse by giving them the worst device. So, all right, here we go. Let me look at the chat and see what you guys want. Thomas Anonymous. Look, guys, the number, this is the best part. When you give super chats, it saves it on the screen. That's the best thing ever, right? That was one of the things I was sad to see go. The only thing that's a bummer is the sub count. They don't have a widget to show the sub number on the screen for some reason. That's what OBS does. But like they don't have this, so I still have to do this stupid crap. I wish it could be on the screen. But man, isn't it awesome to see, like when you give money, it's saved on the video forever and I can't remove it. So if you do this, look at this. See, like Thomas Anonymous, you're now like a part of the show. So it's not just an invisible number now. Way cooler, right? So Kirk Burney's got his 10 there. Thomas Anonymous has got his 20 there. Thank you, Thomas, saying drowning pool or fire starter. Something similar maybe. I love fire starter, dude. Yeah, I love Prodigy, dude. I listen to that stuff all the time. Yeah, I mean, I'd have to, I don't know them. So a lot of my stuff are arrangements that I'm aware of, right? I can't, I'd love to just pull stuff out. Thomas Anonymous, you're the best, dude, and you always push me to be better. So, Thomas, you probably should be a mod. You want to be a mod, dude? Should we make Thomas a mod? Thomas, you probably deserve to be a mod. What's up, TikTok? Thomas for mod? You've supported this show enough. I believe you love this place, right, Thomas? You're going to be a mod now. Congrats. You're now also a mod. Boom. Thomas Anonymous is a moderator now. There you go, Thomas. You've given me enough to be a mod. You're a mod now. There you go. Oh, you said no thanks? I don't care what you think. You're a mod now. There you go, Thomas. You have no choice. You keep denying it. That's probably why you weren't a mod. You deserve it. Who cares? Do you think people are going to come after you or something? I don't really know. Mods, do you ever have any weird people come in with you? I don't think that happens around here. I don't know. I guess I've never tried. All right, guys. Thomas tried to deny me of being a mod, by the way. See, what's crazy, guys, is that on TikTok, the Galaxy phone looks amazing. That's what's crazy to me, dude, is that it really does look good on there. I don't get... It seems like... I don't know what's going on with that. All right. What's the first bit, guys? I know you said you suggested stuff. I don't know those songs. Firestarter is very strange. You're saying songs that have crazy transitions. There's no way for me to make anything. We're going to wipe this. Cheers. What's up, TikTok? What's up, YouTube? Twitch, Kick, everybody. Let me know how you think it looks and sounds. It's late. I know it's late, but... Okay. I think we should... I had literally no idea. I was doing so many tech issues, dude. We got this new fancy stuff going on over on YouTube, and it's probably gonna happen over on TikTok too. So get ready, guys. Double tap the screen, people. Double tap the screen if you're alive. Are you alive? Are you alive? Mud Vein, you guys are just saying stuff. You guys know what I do. You want blue? I haven't done that one in a while. Okay, sounds good. I like all this stuff, trust me. Drowning pool, fire starter, like, you know, let the bodies hit the floor would be an awesome one. Okay. We can do blue. All right, I got this cover of Blue. You guys know the song Blue? Are you feeling blue? Well, it's time to change your world. Now, we are live on the setup we got going on YouTube right now. Kick, Twitch, YouTube is on a, it's really epic, guys. I'm not going to lie. We're doing some epic new stuff. But Twitch, you're also in a different world. So I hope you like it. Double tap the screen if you're feeling good. Are you feeling okay? Sandman? You want to enter Sandman? All right, Blue or enter Sandman. Let's hear it. Let's go. Let's go. So Thomas, you're not going to give any... Thomas won't give me super chats now because I made him a mod. He's like, I don't want to be a mod. Oh, man. Uh-oh. I was doing my tests. I left copyrighted music on it and got in trouble. That is so dumb. Oh, no. I just got a warning. That's crazy. We don't need that. Dude, I try to not even play games with that. YouTube is hardcore, dude. Copyrights on YouTube are scary, bro. Because they'll just take all your work and throw it in the garbage. Okay. Man. That was a test. It wasn't even... It was unlisted. Hold on. Okay. Blue or enter Sandman? Who's ready for it? I think we're gonna do blue. You guys want blue? Oh, I got another super chat over here. Sorry, dude. There's all this tech stuff. I told you we're doing this stuff. I'm kind of screwed up with this. We shouldn't have even started TikTok because they always just TikTok's so ADD. Guys, I tell you, we're gonna rock out. It's gonna be awesome. Queen, I have a good one of Another One Bites the Dust. Unsaid Flounder says, "Let the bodies hit the floor." I wish, right? Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... There's my cover. There you go. That was the cover. That was it. I don't know the song. I'm just... Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the... Okay, there's my cover. There it is. I don't know the song. And I don't know what you want me to do with that. I could listen to it. Like, they also, like, you know, I think they're in drop D. So that's not that that's a horrible problem, but I appreciate the concept. So I used to play Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. We used to play that when I was in one of the bands I was in. We played that. Unsaid Flounder. Daft Punk later tonight. Unsaid Flounder says, LOL. Lot of love. Maybe Daft Punk later tonight. Oh, yeah, we'll do Daft Punk for sure. We can do that. Okay. All right. Everybody, I don't care. We're going to do blue. All right. Blue, dabba-dee, dabba-die. All right. You ready for that? We're going to just do it, right? Right? Man, I got this Google Pixel 10. Does not work at all with the audio interface that I needed it with, so don't know. Double tap the screen and thumb it up, all right? All right, YouTube, TikTok. Let me know. Let me know you're alive, all right? All right, here we go, guys. Starting with a kick. Everything's made from scratch. Drums, synthesizer, guitar, looped live, then mixed and remixed on the spot. Oh, yeah. We're going to the moon, people. New stream, new look. We're going to see how it does on YouTube. Not a lot of people on YouTube, so I don't know if this is algorithm friendly or not. Let me double check something. Is the thumbnail looking good? Yeah, it does look good. The thumbnail looks good now. Huh. People don't know. Double tap the screen. Tell your friends what is going on, YouTube. Get people in here right now. Where are you people? I don't care if it's midnight or Monday. This is the place to be. All right, TikTok, you guys are here. 300 people on TikTok right now, by the way. 300 people on TikTok, by the way. All right, here we go. Blue, from scratch. Here we go. Everything's made in front of your face. Okay? Kick. Here we go. Someone named Boss Lips is trying to connect to my TikTok. I would honestly collaborate with people. One of these days, I'm going to start going live on TikTok individually, and we will connect to tons of people. Right now, I'm live on YouTube and Twitch and Kick as well, and I don't think connecting to random people on TikTok is the way right now, because nobody will know what's going on. Boss Lips. Do you think that's a complete like bot account, or do you think that's like a famous hot chick? Let me know. It's probably just some guy in like India, right? Does anybody know who Boss Lips is? I'm promoting something that I probably shouldn't. Boss Lips. That's either the hottest chick ever or totally some scam. We need to collaborate with people that are famous. We will, dude. Now that I'm part of Taboo's talent agency, who knows if that wasn't somebody within that too? I don't really know. All right, we got the beat, right? Here we go. Let me know how it looks and sounds. New technologies. All right, I'm going to add the lead hook. ready? Let's go! That's enough. Are you blue yet? Are you blue in the face? Are you dying? I mean, I mixed in all the memes, right? Because remember when that song came out? Well, some of you probably don't, right? If you're old enough, you might have remembered when it was cool. And then everybody was like, if you're green, I would die. I always remember thinking it was that. It's not that. But it's funny to say that, right? It's funny to say all the versions, right? There's like these funny videos. There's like this one viral video about that, right? Where this lady's like doing it, and then she's like saying all these like, if I could pee, I would, you know, like, or whatever. They like, you can just say anything, right? You know. I'm blue. If I would pee, I would die. If I could pee, I would die. If I was green, I would die. I'm blue. If I was green, I would die. You guys can tell me. What do you think it should be? If I'm blue, if that was me, I would die. If I was green, I would die. If I was pea apple pie. C apple pie, me apple pie. What are you doing, TikTok? Hey man, there's a couple people I need to make moderators over there. If they show up, Breezy and I don't remember his name. I'll remember it when I see it. Breezy really threw down last time. Breezy's gonna be a moderator on TikTok. Anyone on YouTube that wants to be it's a moderator on YouTube that wants to be one on TikTok. Breezy really threw down, dude. We don't have enough people throwing down on TikTok. We have a lot of people watching, but they don't throw down. YouTube, on the other hand, look at these people. Do you guys love it? Hey now, do you guys like seeing the super chats showing on the screen? I have a feeling you do, because you guys all threw in a little bit. Was that fun? Did you guys like that? I like it. I think it's cool. Do the gifts show up? You just threw a gift. Did that work? No, I don't think the gifts show up. You got to spend the real money, guys. Okay. Yeah, dude, because we got a whole different setup on YouTube right now that's like a whole experimental. It's kind of freaking awesome. I'm excited. Are you guys excited about this? Who's excited about this? I'm hoping we can get TikTok over here, and then we're going to be changing the game until it breaks again. But, dude, Streamlabs has no idea. It's $30 a month. I would pay them like so much money if they could keep it working all the time. And I wasted a good at least $120 paying them to have it when it was broken, which is really dumb because I thought they were going to fix it. I kept testing it. Really annoying. $2 with Unsaid Flounder says family friendly fun. Rock on with your straps. Yeah. Were you here when my strap broke? That was crazy nonsense. Gotta post that clip. I got clips of it. Jaren sent me a clip. I got clips of it. I never post anything, dude. And then I lose track of what happened. I really got to get back to it. Ever since my mom died, I stopped making clips, and I got to get back to it. It didn't actually help me with sub counts or view counts, by the way. It just does help people see the show. The people that like the show enjoy them. It doesn't actually make the show bigger. It doesn't seem, although everything else on the internet tells you it will make it bigger. How are you? Let me know if you see Breezy over there on TikTok. All right. Hunts 007 with a 2, Australian. The hype is real. Sickest on the spot remix. Heck yeah, Hunts 007 with the 2 Australians saying the sickest on the spot remix. It's got to be, right? It's got to be. Like, I've never seen anybody playing it. I don't see people doing guitar versions of it. I don't see people doing the guitar talk box version. I haven't seen anybody do any of that. I'm sure you will now. So remember where you saw it first, man, because I've been doing that. I'm the guy, right? And I, converted it from keyboard into guitar, and I got this heavier. If you've listened to the original, go listen to the original. It's actually just all piano, so it's not even heavy, dude. I try to use heavy synths because I'm like, man, that's not heavy enough, right? So we're like making it. They just use piano, actually, which is pretty, but it's not. It's crazy. All right, I gotta mark this. Let me mark this. Thank you guys. Look at all the super chats. Love this. Okay, a lot of little ones, but here's the thing. I bet it looks really cool on the dashboard up here, right? We'll see if we get more subs or if we can't get more stuff because we got the counter up there. I think that'll help a little bit. We're going to see. We're just going to find out. Sub it up. That's all I'm saying. But it seems implied, doesn't it? What else would be implied? Why would I be here? You have to subscribe and follow. Follow. Why would we be here? I don't understand why. You thought it was amazing? Thank you, Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Thank you. All right, I'm marking clips. That way I can put them in a bin. Dude, I have thousands of clips and no one's seen them. I wish I trusted people enough. I have a few people that are kind of on the verge of being trusted enough to go through my clips and then make clips, really make them. Like Jaron Spencer sent me clips, but like they got to be all the way up on the... There's a different way to do it, but I don't know. I wish YouTube allowed access to clips and not full access to my account, but I don't know how to do that. I don't think they do. Okay, Unsaid Flounder says wide angle show and all is good on YouTube. Wide angle shows all. Yeah, Unsaid Flounder. Yeah, like my guitar doesn't get cut off. And TikTok, you're really far away, so you got to kind of see the whole thing. But like you can see the difference if you go to YouTube back and forth. Like look at how good this looks, right? You can almost see too much because you can see this stuff over here, which is like unnecessary. I almost need to put something in this little spot right here. But normally you wouldn't see it, so I didn't care. It's so fun. And now I hope it just doesn't break. Okay, another 2 from Unsaid Flounder saying, trying to start a dono train. Woo woo. Yeah. Thomas Anonymous with a $2. Heck yeah, he's joining. Storm Blackwood with a $2 joined in. Choo choo. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Thanks everybody. You guys are training it up. All right. All right. Very cool. Double tap the screen. Tell people you're here. Tell people the new version is the best version. It really is. Endless Summer by Symphony. I don't know what that is. Can I show TikTok and YouTube to each other? Yeah. I mean, I could do this. See, that's the angle that YouTube has. I'm not going to pull up TikTok, though. All right, TikTok has way more people. Do people would rather watch this on TikTok or what? Because that's the other side of it. Is we're more popular on TikTok now than we are on YouTube, unfortunately. Because the YouTube audience is the ones that actually fund this show. And if the numbers aren't big enough, I'm going to stop making money, and then I'm not going to be able to do this full time. So keep that in mind, guys. Is the only reason this is a full time and professional show is because of YouTube and the super chats. So TikTok, we made a little bit of money last time. But oh well. Double tap the screen to let me know you're live. We're gonna see how it goes, okay? Now, what's the next bit? Somebody said Enter Sandman. Should we do Enter Sandman? We could. I'm gonna finish this coffee. 12:30 in the morning. Happy Monday. Who cares what day or time it is? Around here, day and time doesn't matter necessarily. I mean, it's fun to point out that I can do whatever I want all the time. I love that. But I'll be honest, Because I love that. That's the freedom of living the dream, dude. Living the dream like crazy around here. But also, we're trying to escape reality, right? Some of you guys don't want to wake up tomorrow because things are going to be terrible. And some of you are procrastinating. And so we're not going to try to overfocus on what day and time it is. Welcome to the hole in reality where time and space does not exist. But it's actually like 1 in the morning. Well, it's 12:30. So it's not in neither of the things I said. I'm lying. Ooh. Okay. There's a bunch of battles tomorrow. Should I compete? I don't have any backing tracks saved. I'm going to have to make backing tracks next time, guys. That's the reality. If I'm going to compete on battles on TikTok, I just have to save because I like to make everything from scratch, right? That's the only problem. You only get like 90 seconds over there, so my songs take too long to get to the point, right? So I just got to sit down and make some arrangements. And then once I have that, you better watch out. You guys think we could dominate on TikTok battles? Because as long as I can build a community over there, I think we could throw down, dude. If my YouTube audience, YouTube audience doesn't really like TikTok, to be real. But if my YouTube, like, you know, my 57,000 loyal people over there start throwing down over on TikTok, we could probably win those things. Hunts007 with a $2 says, don't quit on us YouTubers. Dude, I love YouTube. I will be honest, guys. I'm not going to lie. YouTube is my passion, my love, more than anything in the world. I'm successful on TikTok recently, so I'm happy forever with that. That's great. And TikTok is hip and cool and trendy. But YouTube is just my favorite thing ever. And it's the greatest thing in the world. It really is. They're both great in different ways. So I'm not going to say anything, you know. I'm a part of both communities. But YouTube is so educational. And so it's just the greatest place of all time. Love you, YouTube. I will always love you. And I wish I could get 100,000 subs over there because that's been my goal for a million years. We're at 57,000. We got to 50,000 in such a rip and hurry. All right. Should we do Enter Sandman? I guess. We can do my like electro version. We'll just do something. I always seem to kind of play this one in different ways. Everybody requests it, and because I get kind of bored doing it the same way every time. We don't do it the same way. I don't even know. We'll just go some wild way with that. You guys want Enter Sandman? 10 hours of blue. We're just going to play blue over and over again. You hear it? Do you feel blue? Let's wipe it. Here we go! And look, we're no longer blue anymore. Is everybody happy now? Are you super smiley? Put on your stupid hat! Your stupid hat. Put on your party hats.
Put on your smiley faces and your fake smiles and your real smiles. Put on your happy face. Yeah!
All right. Are you ready? Are you? Why do I always ask people if they're ready? I got no idea. Gotta tell you, I'm never probably gonna stop either because I can't stop, won't stop. Rockefeller Records. Who is Rockefeller Records? Do you guys know? Were they put in jail? Probably. Everybody gets put in jail. Rockefeller Records, probably 90% of them got put in jail. I don't know what that is. Do you know what that is? Should I know what that is? I know it's hip hop.
Yeah! Can't stop, won't stop, Rockefeller Records! Yeah! This next one might get you messy!
Why?
Cause we're playing Bendy!
Why?
Cause we're playing Bendy!
Why?
Cause we're playing Bendy!
You bet you're playing Bendy? When's that one gonna go away? It won't stop bothering me.
This next one might get you messy.
It might get you messy. So, Enter Sandman, huh? I love the sound of this synth. This is one of my favorites, dude. Like, if I bought a new synth, I'd have to figure out how I made this because I made this one. This is like one of the ones that I made. Like, I know we were just using it, but it's one of my favorite sounds. It's one of the ones that I concocted, and it's like giant arena wicked, right? I love it, man. Okay, we're gonna do an Enter Sandman electro, way different. Okay, I'm not even sure where we're gonna go. Maybe we're gonna go on an adventure. Are you ready for that? Strap in, strap on, strap up, strap it all around. Put on your. What are they called? Crazy jackets. You're all strapped in on strap jacket. What's a strap jacket? What do you call that? A crazy vest. What do we call those? Strap on your. What is that called? Anybody? Straight jacket. Hey, all right. I read the chat. I'm sitting here trying to think of it. I got like 1 million people here that could like tell me. Put on your straps of your straight jacket. Put on your straps of your goth boots. Put on the straps of your goth pants. You have to have so many straps because you can't have a party without straps. That's what I hear. That's what I'm saying. If you want to put on your goth boots, you got to strap them on. If you're going to put on your straight jacket, strap it on or strap it off or strap it all around. Strap it in, strap it on, strap it up. Straps, straps, strap, strap.
Strap, 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 strap.
Last time I did that, my guitar strap snapped in half. That's why we got to do it a lot so that we break the curse. And people seem to love when I yell about straps. Why do you like that? Straps are also like a term for like, you know, strapping, like gangsters. I got my strap on. No, not that. I said it. Do you think gangsters, what do you think gangsters mean when they say that? They get their strap on? Family friendly, right? Is that gangster to talk about that? I'm not sure it is. It's some kind of gang, that's for sure. But it's not what you think I'm saying, because if you're a gang banger, that's not what we're talking about. I'm not saying anything bad. You are gang bangers and straps. Oh my God. Write that down. I'm going to write that down. I have a bunch of jokes. Oh no. My phone that I write my jokes in. That's a great joke, isn't it? Dirty, but family friendly. Remember, you're gross, not me. I said it. You heard it here. Remember that. There's a great joke in that. Are you guys kidding me right now? I write jokes down. And I have a joke. I have like 20 pages, legitimately, easily 20 pages of jokes I've written over at least 6 or 7 years. I've never done stand-up comedy. I just write jokes down. That's one of them, dude. Think about that. Gangsters, gangbangers, and their straps, right? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. But not like that. Gangsters. We're talking about gangsters. Think about it. Don't tell anybody my jokes. I'm probably going to see some stupid, terrible comedian doing my joke. I've seen that before, too, dude. That has literally happened, too, by the way. That has literally happened. There's a really famous person that stole one of my jokes. Like 2 weeks later, he made a viral video using one of my jokes. And that was when my show was getting like 50,000 views every time. And like I was like, dude, that guy stole my joke. And he did. It was a joke about Bob Ross. It was a joke about how Bob Ross used to paint hot chicks instead when he was on his off time. That's right. He was a body painter. And then somebody took that joke and totally made that joke. And I have proof of it. That's the craziest part, dude. 2 weeks before they made the joke, I made the joke. It was really crazy. But I'm not going to call that person out because I can't. I'm not allowed to. If you find out. But the videos have got tens of millions of views. I'm not even exaggerating. Like super viral. And it was 2 weeks after I made the joke on my live stream. Remember, I'm just referencing things you don't even know what I'm talking about. I'm taking claim for everything. I invented the internet. All things said on the internet were my idea. That's right. You heard it here. $2. Family friendly. I'm gross. Dude, yeah. Yeah. Strap. There's a really good joke there. Honestly, that is so funny, dude. Gangs and their straps. Think about it. Think about it. But if you get crazy, it's crazy. The problem is I'm family friendly and I'm riding the line. What's the line? This is a family friendly, safe for work show, okay? Okay? It's only gross if you're gross. Remember that. Everything I say, I'm not saying anything gross. I don't want to. I am literally trying to be sponsorable, okay? So if I say something, I only say double entendres. So if you're gross, that's when it's gross. I'm never gross unless you're gross. See, only people that know what I'm talking about or think that way are gross. Remember that. That's how this whole show is. Right? Right? Right?
Cancelled forever. Cancelled, cancelled, cancelled.
I thought this was a music show. What is this guy talking about straps and stuff? He said, I thought this was a music show. I'm offended. I'm offended. Cancel him. I'm offended. Burn him. Burn him like a witch.
Cancelled, cancelled.
All right. This guy's insane. Understand, man? Off to Never Neverland, but don't fall asleep, all right? Off to Never Neverland, but don't fall asleep. Who loves the new counter? Who likes the new technology? I know TikTok, we got like 200 of you over there. So you don't know what I'm talking about. But YouTube, we got 160 people on YouTube. We're running the game right now. Double tap the screen. Tell me what you think. New. You ready? It's pretty trippy, not gonna lie. And insanely musical, of course. Yeah, that's very musical. Not, and guess what? You think I care? Oh, I can get musical. You don't think I can get musical? I'm musical. But I also don't care because more people would rather hear me electric smash than do some pretentious musical garbage, right? Right. dropped his donut.
Dough.
Homer spilled his soda.
Dough.
Homer hit the doorway.
Dough.
Homer ruins his whole day.
Dough.
Okay. We gotta test your brain. We're testing the frequencies. Is everybody good? Everybody on the level? Are you rising with me? Is it tasty? Like a donut? Okay. Let me get it going. Alright, we're gonna do a very interesting version of Enter Sandman. And I'm not gonna say where it's going. You ready to go off to Never Neverland? Don't fall asleep yet though.
Off to Never Neverland. Are you ready, people? Off to Never Neverland. Off to Never Neverland.
Let's get into it. We haven't done anything yet. It's fun though, right? We're getting into the thing, right? Into the thing. Are you here? Are you alive yet? Don't do it. All right, Unsaid Flounder with the $2 says Daft Punk and then Europe Underground Rave 2000s. Europe Underground Rave 2000. I don't know what that means, but I feel like I'm already doing it. You want Daft Punk, Europe, Underground Rave 2000? Doesn't this feel like an Underground Rave 2000? All right, we're going to start this time. We'll do it with the kick. We'll do it with that kick. Here we go. All right. Here we go, guys. Off to Never Neverland.
Now I lay you down to sleep. I pray the Lord your soul to keep. For if you die before you wake, the king of cyberpunk has arrived. We're gonna take over the world. Are you ready? Oh no, I just dropped the remote control. Oh no! Professional.
Excuse me, professional. Okay. Professional, here we go. Everything's made from scratch. Drums, synthesizer, guitar, looped live, then mixed and remixed on the spot. I know I keep saying it. I know I keep showing it. I know. I want to wear my goggles, dude, but it keeps screwing my eyes up, bro. I'm not going to lie. I wear these things like 30 million hours, and now it's real noticeable how bad it is on your eyes. I don't recommend trying to do this bit. If you think you're going to, you'd have to build this, and it is bad for you. But it sure looks cool, doesn't it? Heck yeah. 10 out of 10. Coolest thing on the internet. All right. That's what they said. They said it. Who's they? You don't want to know. They said it. You don't want to know who they are. They'll cancel you. Okay. Enter Sandman. Everything's from scratch. We're going to go cyberpunk on it, right? So it's not. Oh, it's nothing like Metallica. More like electronica. Metallic electronic. Let's go. Here we go.
I pray the Lord your soul to keep. For if you die before you wake,
Probably enough of that. Caravan, yeah, that's a good one. Dude, we had 200 people on TikTok the whole time. That one lost them? How could that lose them? Does the audio sound okay? There is no way. Because that rocked, right? That rocked like crazy. How did we lose the people over there? I don't understand that. Where'd you guys go? What happened? How did that happen? How much time? We've been here an hour and a half. That is the hour and a half line. Yeah, it was fire. Thank you. I'm glad you got it. So it sounded good, right? I don't know. I don't know how the audio is because it's running a bit of a weird way. But I would assume it was pretty good. Don't understand that. I know it's a little late. How do you go for 200 people? That song was good, way good enough to keep everybody here. I don't understand. That's literally like the most requested song ever, and my version is so super unique. You tell me it didn't keep everybody? That's crazy to me. Daniel Luna Mace with the $2 says, play Stairway to Heaven, please. I don't have a good version of Stairway to Heaven, so sorry. But thank you for the $2. I haven't ran through that one in a million years. So we kind of riff around on it. People say that. I'd love to do that one because that one converted on piano is one of the most beautiful. It's one of the most beautiful piano parts ever, right? Like the guitar part converts to piano so flawlessly amazing. But it's not a simple conversion. So it'd be one of those ones I'd really love to learn. But I'm an okay piano player, but I'm certainly not super beast level. So, but I do know the notes on guitar and piano back and forth, and that's how I create most of my stuff is by converting guitar into piano or piano into guitar. That's usually how it goes around here. You know. Cheers. I wish I had more coffee. I always think that though. I feel like coffee though is actually the problem. Energy drinks are so much worse for you, I guess, but ultimately I feel like the crash on my coffee is so much harder than energy drinks. It's kind of crazy for me. I'm going to die if I keep drinking energy drinks the way I've been doing it around here, right? Because now we've almost been doing this show for 2 years. And the whole energy drinks crazy thing was because I didn't know how long I'd be doing this show, but when you're doing it for more than a couple of years now, you're like, okay, I gotta find a pattern that's not gonna destroy me forever. Hi, here, let's look at me in the regular light. How's it look, guys? TikTok, you're on the Galaxy S26 Ultra, so you got a different view. Oh, all right, everybody came back. Was it because the lighting was too low? Did TikTok dislike the lighting? That was crazy. I turned the lights on and the people came back. Does TikTok think I'm in too dark of a room? What happened? Hello. This is what I really look like. I think the Galaxy phone looks really good on TikTok, dude. Galaxy S26 Ultra looks great on TikTok. Maybe TikTok has a really good way of analyzing video because I feel like TikTok enhances video like crazy. It looks better on TikTok than regular. Don't know. But YouTube has the fancy iPhone 17 Pro Max with Streamlabs running. This is awesome, dude. I think this is insane, right? This looks insane. All right, guys. Here's the thing. Do you think I should do my show more lit up where you can see me as a guy? Because I'm not an ugly monster, right? I'm probably one of the people that almost should not be hiding myself as much. Would I get more followers if I just showed me as a guy? My light-up guitar stuff just doesn't look as cool. If I didn't wear the goggles all the time and just was me as a guy. Do you think I'd get more people? Looking like my Legolas self? You're from Wakanda? I'm sure that's true. How is it? How is that? how's the rest of Marvel? Or do you? What's your opinion of Spider-Man? Because like you're from Wakanda, but like they kind of like messed with your people, dude. Tell me all about it. Just saying you're from Wakanda. Is Wakanda a real place? That also wouldn't surprise me. The guitar caught your attention. Music is why you stayed. Thank you. You figured out the formula, right? I love that. I'm glad you said it. I'm glad to hear other people say it as we test the science all the time because, you know, that is what's going on here. It's like you catch them visually because it's hard to get people to pay attention to the music. No one cares. The internet is so ADD that they're ripping past things. I'm the same way. I live it. That's why, like, you know, that's how I developed my own style because I kind of noticed that it's very hard. And I try to not use too many flashing lights. I'll give you guys want a pro tip? Pro tip from a pro who's, I'm like legit making money doing this full time. Like, although my guitar and goggles are flashy, all those people that have crazy flashing lights, dude, it's not a good time. And I could have flashing lights, and I've done stuff like that, and I'll do it sometimes, little bits. But if you have just flashing lights nonstop, dude, it's puke fest. It's not good. You don't have to take my advice. I really don't care. Do the worst stream in the world. That's much better for my numbers, actually. Do the worst things you can. What do I play? I'm the king of cyberpunk. Is this too low light? See, I almost feel like TikTok doesn't like how dark it is. Do you guys not like that? Is that too dark? Do you want to see me as a guy? Are you more a fan of my face than you are of me being a cyberpunk monster guy? Because I got my goggles and guitar system that I invented, so I just use it every time. But I sometimes wonder if you guys would rather see me as just a guy. What do you think? Yeah? You like both? That's usually what they say. They usually say, I like both. They say both. I agree, but that's hard to decide, right? Because you can only do one at a time. Yes. Isn't it cool, though? I'm the inventor of this. 10 out of 10 idea, right? That's why you should follow and tell everyone. Best place, the king of cyberpunk. And with that, I'm going to drop Enter Sandman one more time, which is where we were. And everybody got pretty scared and ran away for a second. I think you guys were too scared. It was too scary. I got you guys scared a little bit. We're going to drop my version of Enter Sandman, which is electronic, cyberpunk, smash fest. And then we're going to move on. Tell me what you think we should play next. And I'll see if I can either play it or if I have my own version. Here we go.
Now I lay you down to sleep. I pray the Lord your soul to keep. For if you die before I wake, I'll to never, never land. I'll to never, never land. Let's go.
Let's move on. Next song, we're gonna wipe it. Ready? Off to Never Never Land. There you go. Okay? Thanks, guys. Thanks for the gifts. We got some gifts. Hey, thank you. 10,500 views on TikTok. Blowing up, dude. Doing good stuff. Keep following, keep subbing. Tell your grandma. Tell your grandma. Tell your grandma. I'm sure she understands TikTok the most, right? You dig the work put into this? Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the body's made of acrylic and it's the heaviest thing ever. Literally ever. No question, ever. Like, because people are like I have an acoustic resonator, like a metal resonator guitar, and people think those are heavy, and I used to think that was so heavy. And it's not even a fraction of what this thing is, dude. These acrylic guitars are, because the whole thing's, the neck and everything is, it's horrible with that. Because most guitars are hollow, right? Other than like a Les Paul, right? But like, it's pretty miserable. But it's worth it, right? To be the only guy rocking it like this. And again, if you see anybody with the sound activated light up guitar and goggle system like what I got going on, they copied me, because you have never seen this before, because I had to build this. So if you like it, you should follow me, because that's the reality. And if you don't believe me, you can look at the first video on my TikTok channel pinned to the top. I went viral like 6 years ago for inventing it. And you can look at the whole world and the history of music and try to find somebody doing this before that moment, and you won't. You still won't, by the way. There's a couple people replicating sort of some of my ideas. But yeah, first guy. And I can tell you why this idea hasn't existed, but I solved some of the problems with why it didn't exist. And you're not going to really see one for sale either, because of the reasons. For some of the reasons, I can tell you why, but I'm not going to tell you why, because that's the part of the secrets, okay? It's the part of the secret, all right? Secret sauce. Who likes, I want spaghetti. You like spaghetti? I think everybody likes spaghetti. If there was one food I could eat forever, it would probably be spaghetti. I could probably eat spaghetti every day forever and not care. Fun fact that no one cares about, all right. Okay, next piece. We got some more super chats. Hey, YouTube, you guys enjoying it? You like that your super chats show on the screen forever? Doesn't that feel like so much more rewarding? Hopefully this app won't break, and then we can do this again for like at least another year before they break it again. They always break it, but like if you're on YouTube, Kick, and Twitch, and now every time somebody gives me money, you get acknowledged for it forever, because this is not, I can't go around this. It's there forever on the video. So if you give me money, also, so it shows the comments forever now. And if you say something mean, it might stay there. So it encourages trolls, but it also encourages people to comment. So who cares? That's why my moderators are the best. I have the best mods, dude, on YouTube. I want to make my TikTok team. TikTok. How many of you people want to help me win battles? Are you guys going to help me win? Are you gonna help me? I am signed to Boost Talent Agency along with Skylar Clark and Freak Bass. You know the legendary Freak Bass who like wins everything? And you know, hey Breezy, you're the best. What's up, Breezy? Look at this. Watch this. Everybody watch this. Breezy, you're now a moderator. I hope you're okay with that. There you go. And I think you might have been paying for the nightclub over there. It lets you in free, I think, but whatever. You're such a supporter. You're a moderator now. I hope you're ready. It doesn't mean you have to do anything. You're just there all the time. Breezy, there's one other person if they show up that is going to be moderated over there. Hall of Bards is a mod. Hey, buddy. Welcome to the team, though, Breezy. We need to build up the mods. Yeah. People that love that place, we got to get a wall. Like on YouTube, I have the most wall of moderators, dude. I have like probably at least 30. And although that's way crazy, right? I feel good about it because it makes me... it just means there's like a steel trap in the monsters that think they're gonna, like, there's so many people, the haters, like, we're gonna make a Discord group and we're gonna get him. It's like, dude, you're not getting me. Not on YouTube, I can tell you that. We got people from all over the world that love this place, and I love them. Thomas Anonymous says, you know what I like? Give me some options. I always suggest things you don't do regularly. Hey man, you're a member. There's a post under the members only section. Thomas Anonymous, everybody. If you're a member on YouTube, I made a post. It's a couple posts down of all the cover songs and all the original songs that I have. There's probably some that are missing. So if you want to know what the list is, I'm going to make it public. Okay, I probably should just post it to public so you guys know. But then it's kind of like giving everybody my secret sauce. Does it feel like giving people your secret sauce if they know your whole set list? Feels like it. But then I don't know, who cares? Who cares? Unsaid Flounder. What will you do for 4th of July, sparklers? I'm sad because my birthday is July 17th and I got zero plans. Okay? My birthday is July 17th. I got zero plans or any ideas. And I'll be honest, guys, I wrote a business plan out for myself and a life plan. And that plan was written before my mom died 3 months ago. I wrote this plan out, and the plan was to buy a van by June. This was written in like December. My plan was to have a used van by June and be on the road by the end of June so that on my birthday I was streaming from the van. And I didn't do that because I decided I was going to buy a new van, which is $80,000 versus a used van, which is about $30,000. I'm still debating that. I'm sad that that plan didn't come because my mom knew that and now she's gone, right? And so I'm not achieving that. The reason I put it off to the side is my YouTube numbers were growing so fast that I was like, I'm not going to change anything because we got 25,000 subs in 90 days, okay? And I was like, oh man, we're not going to do anything different. We're just going to do this until I get 100,000 subs. Now, yep, both things didn't happen. So I'm living in a world where I'm probably not going to get 100,000 subs now because our numbers are not growing fast enough, and I didn't get the van. So now I'm doing neither of them. It's unfortunate. So I'm tempted to... I still plan to buy. I think we're gonna buy a van and do the road show stream on the road from the back of a van. We do this exact setup. Because now at least when things are doing great on TikTok, by the way. YouTube is just not as big. I wanted to get to 100,000 subs. That was my only goal of the year, was to get 100,000 subs on YouTube. We're still ahead of my plan, by the way. My original plan was I was gonna get 50,000 subs by June. Welcome to June 1st. We beat the crap out of that, by the way. If you go back to the nightclub meetings back in December or January, my plan was just to see if I could get to 50,000 subs by June. We beat the crap out of that, so we did win. It's just, I thought we were going to get 100,000 subs way faster because we were ripping it, dude. So now what I'm sad about is I'm not doing either of my plans. And I'll be honest, we could thank my dad for kind of not helping me do any of that, I'll be honest. Because his whole thing is, why would you change anything? If you go on the road, you don't know if it's going to work because you don't have a good internet connection. And that's a fact, yes. But I will tell you, going on the road would be fun. And for the members, if I stream from weird locations, you know you guys would love it. And people seem to help fund me on YouTube. And you know you'd love to fund my adventures, right? That's so much more fun than funding just me sitting still, right? Then we could collaborate with people and go all over the place. That's what I want to. I still want to do that. So it's just going to be delayed. I'm probably going to start a crowdfunding thing to buy the van. We've gotten a lot of money from wonderful supporters like Thomas Johnston, by the way. We got to thank Thomas Johnston. We love you, Thomas Johnston. You're the best. And Thomas Anonymous is also there. Bob 2019, Gentle Jake, Kirk Burning. A lot of you people, supporters. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm sad because that's the thing. My birthday's July 17th. My whole plan was like, I'm going to be on the road July 17th. Now, I'm probably just going to be in here, which is okay and it's fine. It just makes me, I'm like depressed from it, right? Because I love this and I'm having fun and I'm glad I'm doing full-time pro at this. But like when when my mom was alive, I had a plan and then my dad's all discouraging of it because I feel like some of my relatives and some of my family members are, the plan is so awesome that people are kind of jealous, right? It's kind of awesome that I've developed a life that if I just get Starlink and good cell phones, I can go anywhere. I can go anywhere in the world and do my job now. As long as we can get Starlink to connect or if I get a couple different cell phone providers, there's no reason I couldn't go on the road, guys. I'm in a lucky position. I don't have a wife. I don't have a house. I don't have like anything stopping me from doing that. Other than like my dad and my siblings like kind of discouraged it. And my mom didn't know and now she's dead. But my mom was all for it, by the way. That's what they don't get. We literally looked at vans together all the time. So they don't get, like for me, I wanted to fill my dreams like what my mom was trying to encourage me to do. But I don't know. Yeah, it'd be awesome. Hi, Spain. We got Spain over there. All right, we got some more super chats. Do you guys like the super chats on the screen? I feel like you do. See your name. $2. Last attempt to Daft Punk. Can't do any more, sadly. Unsaid Flounder, we'll do Daft Punk. I appreciate that suggestion right now. Which one would you like? We got Around the World, and I've got a version of Around the World that mixes with Harder, Better, Faster. Or we just do Harder, Better, Faster. I've got Around the World, Harder, Better, Faster. Prime Time of Your Life. Television Rules the Nation. One More Time. I have a list, but yeah, that's probably about it. Spider Kokoro says, give me the Let It Happen riff. Let It Happen riff. Well, that's a new one, I'll be honest. With 280 Canadas, anybody know what that is? Let It Happen riff. I'll be honest, as a guitar player and a streamer for about 2 years, I've never heard that before. And I would think I've heard it all, dude. So that's surprising me. That's actually something I don't know. Let It Happen riff. Don't know what that means. That's crazy, guys. As a guy who's been streaming guitar and had literally millions of views on YouTube, go on my YouTube channel. I'm massive on YouTube with that. I've had streams over 100,000 views, and I've never once heard that recommendation. I like it. What is that? Probably need to look it up. I'm interested in somebody thinking that I should know a riff that I don't know of, if it's like that. Spider Kokoro. I'm going to take screenshots on the phone I'm sending back and never see them again. Okay. Hunts 007 with an Australian $2. Daft Punk for me. Me, Sus, and Flounder. Yeah, I will. Hold on. Unsaid Flounder. Much love. Hope you feel it, man. With the 7 months of the nightclub. Unsaid Flounder's all in. Those of you that join the nightclub in my members only section, night after night we gather, united as one. Are united? Join the nightclub, my exclusive membership club here on YouTube and on TikTok. If you hit the heart, you're helping me on TikTok, okay? If you hit that heart. But if you're on YouTube, the members only section is like my pride and joy. I love those people. I love that place. And if you go on there, I stream at least twice a week and we have conversations. Today I did a stream for the nights. Every Monday and Friday around 7 p.m. Central, I have a meeting with the Knights on YouTube, and I've been doing it for over a year. There's almost like 150 episodes, so that's over 150 hours, at least an hour long. They're like a lot of times they're 2 or more, and we do all kinds of stuff. We have great conversations, and that's over 150 hours minimum of content. You're never going to get through all of it, but it's basically my journal and diary of what's going on in my life, my documents. It basically is We have conversations, we have fun, and and I show behind the scenes of this place. So night after night, we gather united as one. Are united? The nightclub. A futuristic nightclub shaped like a castle out in the woods. Did somebody just hit the heart? Hey, it worked. Holy crap. Imagine if I actually promoted stuff on TikTok, how much it'd work. Please give me gifts. I always just promote YouTube. We got to be good at both. Come to OK Medicine Park. We have 3 birthdays. What? Unsaid Flounder. What does that mean? Unsaid Flounder just gave me $2. Says come to OK Medicine Park. We have 3 birthdays that ear emoji. I don't understand. What does that mean, buddy? Whatever Daft Punk song. I love them all too. Dude, look who's here. Heavy D starting off June strong. I love you, buddy. W's in the chat. Heavy D, look at what we're doing. How's it look, dude? We're back to Streamlabs. I don't know if you were here when we were doing Streamlabs. I think you were. I think Heavy D was there right before it failed. Now we're back. The app is working again. So on YouTube, we're back in the game. So you see all the fun stuff. So now look, when you give money, it shows on the screen and you get credit for as much money as you give. So like all these people that have been supporting me, look at this new camera. We're using the iPhone 17 Pro Max again. Wide angle lens now. The words are on the screen. It's awesome, dude. So thank you. Heavy D just gave $100, guys. One of our all-time legends, an amazing guy, a motocross legend, an awesome dude. Dude, Heavy D, if Nathan Bell bought me tickets to Metallica's performing at the Sphere on Halloween, and one of my amazing followers, Nathan Bell, has been offering me tickets to go see Metallica. Heavy D lives in Vegas, dude. I would almost have you go, dude. Would you want to go? You almost should go with me, dude. Yeah, it's so new. It looks good. We'll see. We used to do this. This is what the app used to look like. It used to look like this all the time. And then they broke the app during TwitchCon when they announced they called it an upgrade where you're allowed to switch from desktop mode into mobile mode, and all it did was break the mobile mode. Really dumb, but here we are. It looks good for now. I'm not guaranteeing it'll always work because it didn't actually work when we first started it, by the way. But whatever. I love the look of it, Heavy D, and your name. I love more than anything that on the screen permanently is people giving me money. So also, like, it's cool because we get to show it off, but like, you get more credit than just throwing me money, right? It just lists it right there. So all of you people that support this place, it shows the support, and that's important because you should get credit on the video afterwards, right? I love that. That's what's important to me. I love that. So Heavy D with a $100 super chat. One of my all-time legendary favorite people, dude. You have really helped change my life, buddy. And as I said, I always plan trying to get a van. And you've started out June strong, guys. Thank you. Thank you. It's June 1st. Now it's June 2nd. May was one of the greatest months of this place, the second most super chatted month. April was the most super chatted of the month. We're going to see how June goes. We just had to do well. We don't have to do like God tier super numbers all the time. Thank you, Heavy D. You're a legend, buddy. Seriously. Thank you to all of you people. It really means the world. Because I'm allowed to do this full time, and I'm only allowed to do it full time by people continuously supporting this place. And recently, we've become more consistent than ever. Like the financially, we've been okay financially, but now we're really doing like I am more stable than ever. Where I'm gonna probably be able to figure some stuff out, and I'm excited for that, guys, because that means like we're gonna be able to do stuff. Once the finances make sense, whether hitting the road or whatever I want to do, as long as I make certain amounts, we're going to be just fine. So thank you, Heavy D. Thank you. Dennis Parker, dude. Spida just gave more too. So thank you, guys. Wow, look at how that focuses, dude. Look at that. I always love to test how cameras focus when you move things up close, because now that I've been testing all these different devices, it really shows how they work. Anyways, Heavy D gave 100. We got a couple more, and then we're going to move on. Daft Punk, guys. We're going to do some Daft Punk. We'll do some Daft Punk. Spider Kokuru with another 280 says, "Give me Let It Happen" by Tame Impala. Okay, that gives me a little more clue. Tame Impala. I don't know what that is also, though. I know of it. Is that... I don't know what that is. I gotta be honest, I still don't know. I love you, though. I know of Tame Impala. I love you for that. You know what everybody always requested that I didn't do for a while and then I started doing? Unsaid Flounder says, "Come to OK USA Medicine Park triple birthday concert." What does that mean? Triple birthday concert? Is there a birthday concert? OK Medicine Park. Oh, Oklahoma? Oklahoma Medicine Park? You gotta explain yourself, dude. I don't get it. Nobody knows? We're all in birthdays in July. Okay, right on. Onyx, Unsaid, and your son. Onyx, son, Unsaid, and me all have birthdays close to July. That's fun. I love that. I wish I had the streaming van to go anywhere. Okay, let's get on it, dudes. Let's get on it. Daft Punk. My best thing is probably Around the World mixed with Harder, Better, Faster, because it mixes two of the songs. But it's done wildly different than anything. So I don't know. People are like, what is he doing? What is this place? I don't know anymore. No way, dude. No way. No way, dude. Look at this. Heavy D, you're such a legend, dude. Dennis Parker, what I love, bro, I love that, like, you know, I love when my supporters support me and they come in and out. Like, guys, you don't always have to be here all the time. You know, some people come in heavy, they'll be here like crazy, and then they pull back a little bit, right? And then they come in and they pull back, right? And that's a regular thing, right? Because, you know, sometimes you're all about it and then other times you're not. That, I mean, I've only been really hardcore streaming for not a little more than a year and a half, right? But I've certainly seen the patterns, right? But what it's all about is I love seeing the people come back. You got to come back every once in a while, right? And Heavy D's coming back, and I love that, dude. Heavy D just gave another $100, dude. Says, if Nathan does the ticket, I'll cover the airfare in the hotel. Ooh, wow. Whoa. Heavy D just said, if Nathan buys it, oh, I got a heart on my head. Thank you, TikTok. Love that. Thank you. Wow. That's the offer, bro. Holy cow. You'll cover the airfare and flights to Vegas are actually real cheap, dude. That's a great thing, though. You know, they make them real cheap. Flights to Vegas and back are actually pretty cheap. Hotels are not all that cheap. That's awesome, dude. Well, that may be a thing, dude. Because if you'll go, like, I have a buddy in Iowa that I'd like to bring, but, like, you know, asking somebody to fly out to Vegas, although some people do it. A lot of my rocker friends, like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I know a lot of people that would do that, even though, like, it seems like, yeah, of course they'd want to, right? Dude, Metallica at the Sphere is probably going to be the greatest concert in the modern era ever. That'd be my guess, right? Like, there will never be a greater rock and roll moment probably ever in our lives. I literally believe that. Metallica's still at the top of their game. There's no other band quite as good as Metallica right now. Like, the great bands that are left, right? Metallica is there, right? They're still doing it, and they're going to play the Sphere, and I'm sure they'll come back someday. But they were, you know, the older they get, you can look at these older bands, right? Metallica's still right there, and even some people might say they're a little old, but they're not that old, you know? So I would argue that Metallica at the Sphere is the greatest concert of the modern era right now. Like, single concert, just greatest single concert there is. Metallica at the Sphere. There will be no greater moment. Because like all my favorite bands like Van Halen and, you know, Motley Crue and Guns N' Roses and all these things are kind of, you know, or obviously Van Halen's definitely done, but these other things, they're just, you know, it's kind of too late for some of them. Metallica though, no, right? They're nailing it still. So that's crazy, Heavy D. We'll see. I don't know whether I can, you know, I feel real bad having somebody buy those tickets, but dude, they're $900 a piece. So he would be spending $1,800 to buy the tickets. That's insane. How cool would that be though to have that funded by somebody? I wish Nathan would go with me. Heavy said you saw Metallica last time when they were in Arizona and they were still bringing it. I have never seen Metallica. Ever. And being in the Sphere, you're probably not really going to be seeing Metallica. You know what I mean? You might as well. Metallica's like a dot on the floor, and then there's just this giant. You're more there for the trippy, crazy thing, but that's. I can't imagine a cooler thing. And obviously, the Sphere is more trippy than Metallica music. Like, I'd almost rather see an electronic artist in the Sphere. You know, like if Daft Punk came back and played the Sphere, it'd be the greatest moment of all time. But even like something like Dead Mouse or something would be really awesome, right? There's a lot more electronic artists that I'd love to see there, but, you know, Tiesto or something. And they'll do it. You know, even Steve Aoki at the Sphere would be sick. And that'll happen if it hasn't already, but trippy stuff would probably be better. But Metallica is just the GOAT, you know? So, anyways. All right, guys. Daft Punk. I still don't believe Daft Punk's done. Do you guys think they're done? I don't think they're done. And I could see them coming back and doing the Sphere. I would pay all the money. Thomas Anonymous with a $50 super chat says ticket fund. You guys really want me to do that? Because the other side of it is, guys, I own a haunted house. My bigger problem is I have a haunted house. And I have not decided on whether to run this place during Halloween or what I want to do. And that's the other thing. That concert is on Halloween. Part of what I didn't say is the concert's during Halloween. It's October 30th. Is Metallica at the Sphere October 30th. Insane, right? But the other problem is hotel fees during Halloween. I have not looked into that. Hotel fees in Vegas during Halloween might be psychotic. It might be sold out already. I don't know what goes on in Vegas during Halloween, but it's probably not. Metallica is probably the least of the worries because that can sell out. Like, there's Halloween events that probably have 1 billion people. Who knows if tickets, you can even get a hotel during Halloween there anyways right now. I would actually not be surprised if you can't even get a ticket to a hotel. I mean, you can't get a hotel room because Halloween in Vegas is probably got to be off the chain. What's super lame is I haven't had a drink in over 3 years. So like Vegas is like way less fun. Unfortunately, but you know, that's not what it's about. I guess, right? The other thing is Metallica is going to play no repeats. So if you wanted to go to all the shows, you can, which is epic for them. But also, though, it sucks because you're going to go and you're not going to get to hear certain songs you want to hear. So like you're like, you know, you're going to not get all the songs. All right, Daft Punk. Thomas Anonymous, by the way, with 50. So there we go, guys. We made 250. We've started the month off at minimum with $250, guys. Let's go. Let's go. You watched the video about the Sphere setup? Yeah, the Sphere is the greatest thing ever made. It's the greatest entertainment thing ever made. There's not even a question about it. There's not even a question about it, right? I think it's, what is it, 12K? Or something, the video screen's 12K. There's not even screens that are as high quality as the giant screen is, like in the world. It's like 12K resolution or something. It's something super crazy like that. They don't even have screens like that, and it's the biggest screen in the world, and then the whole thing's filled with speakers behind the screen. Nothing's even close on the earth. It's the best thing on earth. It's crazy. And I've never been there, and I don't know, you know. And you really can't, videos aren't going to do it justice. And it's just going to be Lars Ulrich's face giant on the screen for the whole time. I heard they're not going to do any visuals. They're just going to show Lars the whole time. It's just Lars. just giant Lars, just face cam of Lars for 3 hours. 3 hours of Lars Ulrich with his shirt off. That's right, guys. Go to the Metallica at the Sphere concert. Lars Ulrich with his shirt off for 3 hours. Gigantic. The biggest Lars Ulrich nipples that have ever existed. Guaranteed. It's Lars Ulrich. All right. I'm done talking about this. Guys, we're supposed to be playing. I know we're supposed to do music. It's like I get it. Happy Monday. It's 2 a.m. Thank you, Heavy D. You're the best. We'll see what happens, man. And I might ask one of my friends here locally if he wants to go, because I got this buddy that, I'd like to bring, but he's not all that into Metallica. My friends that like Metallica probably wouldn't do it because they got to spend money and they don't have money, right? And they also, I have no idea. I don't know. A lot of my actual friends in real life don't really are not it's crazy, but they're not super Metallica fans. So it's kind of dumb to not bring if you're not I've thought about just asking anyone here on anyone Heavy D, you're awesome, dude. You went to Metallica, so you're a Metallica fan. That's the thing, right? We need somebody who gives a crap because it's a historical moment. You can't just go see Metallica in the Sphere just cause, right? You got to understand the weight of the situation. If you can't name 5 Metallica songs, you need to leave. That's what they should do. They should say you got to name 5 Metallica songs, you have to go. Sorry, you're not a real Metallica fan. I don't care how hot you are. That's right. Get out of here. All right. No hot goth babes allowed. Just because you have the t-shirt. All right. All right, Daft Punk. We were saying Daft Punk. This is so dumb. Sorry for the 20-hour side tangent here. That happens. I made $250. I'm excited. Heck yeah. Living the dream. Thank you all. Heavy D. I know you guys can see it now, so doing that's unnecessary, but it looks so cool, doesn't it? I love it. And not to brag, but I'm man, so few people make money streaming and make money playing music, and it's just man, I used to make that much. I would get paid that less than that to go play bar gigs, bro. Think about that. So I'm a very real with it. You don't understand. I would street perform and make less money than that. You know what I mean? It's crazy, right? You come in here for 2 hours. I didn't have to haul all my equipment. Now, I did a lot of testing. There was a lot involved to get this ready, but still. Legendary, dude. I love you, Thomas. Thomas, Anonymous, and Dennis Parker, Heavy D. You guys are the best. Thanks so much, guys. Fuel is a great song, yes. You could argue their best song, but you could argue a lot of things. I would say Battery. I like Battery, and I'll be honest, I like one of their newer songs. It's probably one of my favorites. All Nightmare Long is probably my favorite Metallica song. It's that or Battery, because I'll say All Nightmare Long because that came out right at the right age for me where Metallica was back. Metallica had not done anything in my lifetime that was that great, okay? And then, boom, I was the right age, and it was and then, Death Magnetic came out. That whole album is amazing. It's a masterpiece, dude. And All Nightmare Long is just this long, amazing song, dude. And I was Metallica's back. And I was a rocker, and I was Metallica. And we just listened to Death Magnetic over and over and over. It was so awesome. And I was going to college parties and stuff, and I was listening to Metallica. Dude, it was awesome to have Metallica be relevant when I was doing college partying. That's the thing, right? Metallica obviously wasn't relevant really within my lifetime until then. And then boom, I was everybody thought it was cool. It was cool, and it was the best. So I love All Nightmare Long and everything on Death Magnetic, dude. All of that song. Judas Kiss and, all the songs on that album are actually really awesome, including the song Death Magnetic. It's awesome, dude. I think that's a masterpiece album. And that might be my favorite Metallica album because of that reason. I would play it over and over again because it was like new. And I was like, new Metallica. And it's probably their last greatest album, by the way, too. I would say, right? Right? Would we all agree with that? Metallica's final greatest album. Maybe they'll put something out. I don't really know. But Death Magnetic is freaking awesome, dude. Saint Anger, yeah. And Saint Anger came out during my lifetime. I'm not going to say all of it. I just wasn't old enough to really get what's going on, man. You know, you got to be a certain age. Like if you can be like a teenager or like like in your 20s when an album comes out at the right time and you're like partying age, right? Like it's like insane what that stuff does. No, that's not a Metallica song, but it is every Metallica song, right? It's a Metallica song that Metallica wrote or didn't write. Metallica's written pretty much every riff you can write within the chugging sphere, right? You really can't. Every Metallica song is I don't know. You know what I mean? Just chug that E string, bro. You'll be good to go. And obviously, I'm in standard tuning, so nothing's Metallica if you think about it. All right. Metallic balls at the sphere, because a sphere that is metallic is a metallic ball. Like what are those metal balls called that like the Chinese people have? You know what I'm talking about? What are those called? I had those when I was a kid. That's a weird thing. There was like a thing in the 90s. What are those things called? Cannibal Corpse. Was the balls, the metallic balls. Nobody, Benoit? Are they Benoit balls? That's probably what it is. Yeah. You're probably right. Good guess, buddy. You did it. I think that's got to be it, right? Okay. Daft Punk, which is not Metallica. Now I'm feeling all Metallica, right? That chugging riff, right?
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Never after work is over, work it, never really over. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it, makes us. Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Never after work is over, ever, ever. Work is over.
going to move on. We're going to actually do that, though. Okay, so that's just a hint. We'll do harder, better, faster, but just done like... Because I have this version where I mix it with Around the World. But it's a different chord progression, and we're going to just do the original chord progression. Yeesh, I need to clean this talk box. It gets gross. I feel like I'm going to get like a mouth disease. If you don't clean your talk box enough, I could smell the mustiness. I got to run water through this thing. I'm going to get like some weird disease. My freaking mouth is going to fall apart. What do you know about a smelly talk box? Do you know about a smelly talk box? That's what she said. She's got a smelly talk box. Okay. Gross. Okay. Let's keep going. Here we go. Work it harder, better, faster, all right? Thanks for the super chats. We got a nice audience over there on TikTok. You guys are still hanging in. 20,000 hearts. Let's go. You got it. You're almost there. 2 more. Get more. Let's go. Double tap the screen. Let's go. Thank you again to YouTube. Family-friendly, smelly talk box. That's right. A family-friendly, smelly talk box. Dude, all right. Can we say something, though? Go compare the visuals of this to my other YouTube live streams. Not before we did the color palette. Doesn't it look so good? The iPhone is undeniably like color. The colors look so much better than the Galaxy phone, dude. It's not even on the same planet. It's literally like a whole different thing. I have a Galaxy S10 Ultra. It looks great over here on TikTok, though. You guys are watching from the Galaxy S26 Ultra, okay? And it looks great on TikTok. I don't know why YouTube it doesn't work, but man, does it look really good with the iPhone. This is the formula, though, I think, guys. So double tap the screen. Did you get it there? 20,000 hearts. You did it. All right. We're going to get to business. Back to business. All right. We'll probably do one more song. Yeah, we'll see. We'll just see. All right. If I end this song and we still have 100 people in the room on each platform, we'll do one more. How about that? It's 2 a.m. It's getting pretty late. Not that it matters. That's why I'm so lucky. I love this. Thomas Johnston and Heavy D, thank you for paying for my time. There was many others. Unsaid Flounder, many of you people throwing down. So I don't want to forget you guys, trust me. Because some of you guys go with the method of Kirk Burning, threw down a lot. Love you guys. Thank you for starting my June off strong, by the way. That makes me feel good about it, okay? But so many of you go with the strategy of smaller numbers and a bunch of them, and that's a great strategy too, because that way I can read all your comments and you kind of try to churn the algorithm and, cause donation trains. So there's 2 strategies. You either do a bunch at once or small amounts as we go. And I like both, so thank you. Thank you for allowing me to live my dreams, guys. All right, we're going to do some Daft Punk, wildly cyberpunk metal. Here we go. Get ready to go. Are you Daft Punk enough? We're going to put YouTube into subs only mode too, dude. Because we're getting closer to the end, so. Here we go. Let's see if that makes those people disappear, because that happened last time. But that's pretty sad to not want to sub to me and subscribe as if it costs you any money, because it costs $0. This show's awesome. You know it's awesome. Get out of here with that, right? Here we go. Drum, synthesizer, guitar, looped live, then mixed and remixed on the spot, all right? Starting with a kick. Daft Punk. crazy? Yeah, right? Daft Punk! This one's for Thomas Anonymous, Unsaid Flounder, all the legends in the chat. We love you guys. Thank you, Heavy D, Thomas Anonymous, everybody. Thank you, Breezy, over there. Welcome to the moderation squad, Breezy, by the way, over on TikTok.
make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger, never after. Work is over, work is never really over. Work and make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger, never after. Work is over, work is never really over. Work and make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger, never after. Work is over, work is never really over. Work and make it, do it, faster, never after. Work is over, work and make it, do it, never, 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 work is over. Work is never really done.
There you go. The request was Daft Punk. Oh my God, no. Was this thing frozen for like ever? Oh no, it wasn't. Okay. It didn't freeze it, right? Oh, thankfully. I gotta look up more often. I just get locked in and I don't care, you know? All right, I just try to go sometimes, right? I thought it was good. I liked that one a lot. I thought that was a really fun version of that. Did you like that? Who thought that was a fun version of that? All right. Well. All right, guys. Well, I said if there was 100 people still here on each platform, I'd stay, but 14,200 views on TikTok, 13,400 views so on YouTube. So we did really good on both platforms. I wish YouTube was doing 20,000 billion bajillion views, but you know, what are you going to do? I don't know. I think the algorithm just doesn't favor music anymore, unfortunately. So, I had a lot of fun, guys. This was great. 2:30 in the morning. I'll read all the super chatters, but now it's like nice because we don't really have to because it shows it on the screen so much. I almost wish, and I'll look more into if Streamlabs did other updates on this stuff because I know, like, you know, if you use OBS is so much more powerful, but it doesn't have a mobile app. But, you know, I wish there was like a ticker that would just show all super chats over and over again. There might be one. I know there's one on OBS. Right? Because the people that give money, the whole time it should always show it. Just to like let you, there might be a total, but I don't know if I want to show you guys the total. Do people want to know the total? I don't know if I want that. I want to make you have to add it up. I don't want you to know. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for everything. Guys, can we get it to 30,000 hearts? You got the right idea. Let's get it. Thank you, Breezy. Thanks, guys. Okay, I'll read all the super chats. Thomas Anonymous, Heavy D, legendary night from you guys. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Unbelievably. Unsaid Flounder, legend. Spider Cockaroo, thank you. Thank you, Unsaid Flounder, you're a legend. Spider. Hunts 007. Thank you, Hunts 007. Thank you, Hunts 007. Man, was that your graduation year, or did you play the new 007 game? Because for most people I've seen play that said it was lame, dude. That's unfortunate. The new 007 video game, but anyways, Daniel Lumesto. Thank you, Daniel. Storm Blackwood, legend. A lot of repeaters. Thomas Anonymous, you're great. And Kirk Burning, of course. Thank you, Kirk. Thank you, everybody, for supporting this place. Fun stuff, exciting future, exciting stuff. I'm excited right now about so far, you know, this return to the app is good, but when, you know, we've done this. I've done hundreds of episodes using this app, so it'll be up and down. It's not always perfect. There's times it glitches out. The server fails. We're not out of the work all the way. Yeah, N64 007 GoldenEye is the greatest, yes. One of the greatest video games of all time. Yep. Hunts 007 says, yes, secret. Secret as in you were graduated in 2007, or yes as in 007 the video game stuff, or 007 the movie and stuff. It's unfortunate about the game, because from what I've heard from most of the people I've seen play it, they didn't like it. It just, you know, I watch people play it, I'm not gonna lie. I watch some video game streamers sometimes. I think it's nice, like, background stuff, and it takes like 4 hours for anything to happen in that game. That is not a game, dude. You can't take 4 hours for anything good to happen. That's a bad game. Thanks, guys. Sir Grandmaster, Avenged Sevenfold for sure. I used to do a version of Scream. Well, when I was in one of the bands I was in, we played the song Scream. I saw Avenged Sevenfold before the Rev died. Ultimate rocker cred, by the way. Yeah, I saw Avenged Sevenfold at the height of their moment. The greatest moment of Avenged Sevenfold. Right before the Rev died, dude. Like, he literally died like a month or two after I watched him. Yeah, I was there, dude. I was there, and Shinedown was opening for him. And then because they were opening, they had their biggest song was just out, which was Simple Man, their cover of Simple Man, which I know is not their song, but it was their biggest song and it was all over the radio and it was a big deal. And guess what? They didn't play it. They refused to play it because they opened. Because they weren't headlining, so they didn't play Simple Man. I was never more mad in my whole life. They opened for Avenged Sevenfold. I was like, this is going to be awesome, dude. End with that song. Like, could you imagine trying to follow up that? Nope, they didn't play it. That's obnoxious. Still their biggest song, by the way. I'm pretty sure. I don't care. That's the greatest thing they ever did. Shinedown's greatest moment was covering Simple Man, and they should not be ashamed of it. They should be proud of it. I'm sure their attitude's a lot different now than they were at that moment. Because, I mean, you're touring with Avenged Sevenfold at the height of everybody's game. You would have felt like such a rock star. It would have probably been insane. And they were, dude. It was awesome. The Rev was just such a god. And he doesn't get acknowledged enough for being one of the greatest drummers to ever live because his career wasn't long enough. But no question about it, the Rev is like right up there, dude, with the greatest drummers that ever did the thing, dude. Insane. Avenged Sevenfold as a band at the height of their game. And they're still, I'm sure they're still just as good as ever. It's just, they haven't had a hit in a long time or whatever, right? But as far as instrumentally and just like technically, they're insane, dude. Everyone knows this. But they were never the same after the Rev, dude. Family friendly. Right on. You're having fun at your parents? Good job. I like that. That's fun. Yeah. Nobody should be ashamed to live with their parents, guys. Not anymore. Now that the world's so expensive, and reality is most of the earth, it's normal to live with your parents. In America, we just made this trend of kicking people out, but also that trend was formed when you could survive a lot easier. It's very hard to buy a house and do all this crap that they used to do. It's like almost impossible now, right? Like you almost have to have $1 million to do anything. I'm not even exaggerating that. That's what it feels like, right? Like you almost have $1 million to have a house, a new car, a nice house. Like you do. It's crazy. So live with your parents if you love your parents and your parents and family are cool, I see no problem with that. And I think America's kind of coming around to that because it makes sense financially. It also just means you get to be around your parents. Like they're your loved ones. Like you should be happy with that. I think the world's different. I fully all for people living with their parents for as long as they want. If they want to live forever, dude. I have friends and people in my class that do that. Why not? You just take care of your parents. It's like what Asian places do. All Asian countries do that. And they are most of the earth, by the way. So get it real. When Americans get mad at people for living with their parents, go look at more. There's very few of us in America compared to China and India and all these places that do that stuff. So maybe have a reality check. You know what I mean? Because that's always so funny. We all think we're like the main part of the earth. We're like, everything we do is the way. It's like, no, actually, whatever they're doing is actually the majority. So live with your parents as long as you want. Forever, for all I care. The only problem is it's hard to get a girlfriend. You're probably not going to get a girlfriend who likes that unless you have a huge house or really cool family members. Unfortunately. Unless the girl understands that family is like, if they love their family, they're probably going to be a really good person to date. That's the other fun thing that people don't really get about that. And maybe, I think America's probably coming around on that, sort of, right? With the reality that, like, if you live with your family, it probably means that you are a person that has love and knows how to love people, right? If your family kicks you out the second you're 18, they probably don't like you that much. They're like, get away from me. We don't love people. That's my opinion on it. The old hard world where it's like, go live on your own. Well, dude, you can't it maybe if things weren't so expensive, I get it. But the world is not quite like that. Like when you're like 18, good luck getting enough money to do anything. Like if you just want to be poverty stricken forever, whatever. And then not only that, now they tell you to go to college, so you start out with $100,000 worth of debt. That's a whole crazy extra added fun bonus. So what you got to do is get a really rich girlfriend, and then you go live with her. Where's my rich, hot goth babe? I don't know. All right. Who wants to pay for my whole life? I'll do whatever. I'll live at your house. Yeah, sticking together is the only way to make it nowadays, to be honest, says Storm Blackwood. Yeah. Whether it's like, and again, if you have a spouse, like if you're married, like it's crazy because you both have to have a job in order to afford like a house and a life. So, right, like, because it used to be just the man paid for the whole thing because you could afford it. You just have like a guy and he would do all the work and you could buy everything. And like now, I don't even think you could do that because you can't make enough money. So you need both people working either way. And then like, it takes like a whole crew to survive now, unfortunately. Right? Sadly. It makes me sad. My mom's dead. Hey, I was around till she died, so I don't know. You want me to go to Oklahoma? Unsaid Flounder is trying to make a party on my birthday in Oklahoma. Why don't we make the party somewhere not in Oklahoma? Like, I know you guys are in Oklahoma, but don't you feel like if anyone should travel somewhere, it's not Oklahoma? You know what I mean? Like, maybe like Texas or like, you know, like, I can't even name the coolest thing in Oklahoma. Nothing against Oklahoma, but I don't know if that's any better than telling you guys to come to Iowa. Like, come to Iowa. Come on, I'm having a party in Iowa. Like, I don't know, man. Let's go to Texas. Texas, right? That's a place with lots of cool stuff. But Texas is so huge that getting to the best places in Texas is like driving a whole freaking country away. What's the next best thing next to Oklahoma? Like, there's not a whole lot, I'm not going to lie. The Midwest is pretty like screwed, right? And I don't know, is Oklahoma considered the South? Probably, right? Is Oklahoma the South? We're going to Australia? Corn-fed party? You want me to date Amber Heard? I would, yeah. 100% I would date Amber Heard. She's as crazy as any hot lady is. Like, all the hot chicks seem to be crazy whenever I talk to them. So she's probably just as crazy, but she also has good reason to be because she's rich and famous. I would full-on date her. I don't care. I would date her just because she dated Johnny Depp. I'll be honest, I'll take anyone that ever dated Johnny Depp ever. There you go. I don't even care. I guarantee anyone that has ever dated Johnny Depp is like a smoking hot, like, legend. Yeah. I'll take all of his extras. I don't care. That's right. Just for the clout. Texas is way further, for sure. It's the center, for sure. It's more south than the Midwest. Yeah. Is it considered the South, though? Is Oklahoma considered Southern? Or is it still Midwest? No, I got nothing against Oklahoma. I'm just saying it's no different than, like, I'm in Iowa. I would not tell anyone to fly here for any reason. I'm in Iowa. You don't need to be here. There's nothing here. And Nebraska and, you know, like everything, dude, we could go into town. And it's not to diss on anybody. It's just facts, right? Like Indiana. Like, I don't know what you're doing there. You know, I don't know. You know, it's the Midwest. It's a good place to live if you don't want like all the opportunities of major things going on. It is considered Southern. I wonder that. Oklahoma is right on that line. Probably the top half of Oklahoma is not Southern. You live in Illinois, Georgia, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. Oh, lived in there? Yeah, I've lived kind of everywhere. Why do you say come to the city or Medicine Park for party time? Unsaid Flounder, what are you doing? Is there something really going on? Unsaid Flounder is very convinced that there's a party in Oklahoma. Are we all going to Oklahoma? Is everyone in the chat going to Oklahoma for some reason? I get why you say the middle of the country, but so is Iowa. Like, it just depends where you're at, right? Iowa is also the center of the United States, depending on where you come from, right? We're right in the middle. You could just meet in Iowa, you know. I'm saying if we're just going to meet in some place, we might as well, like, honestly, we should meet in Illinois, if you really ask me. At least Illinois has Chicago, but I'm not, like, you know. You know where we'd meet? St. Louis. And although it's like the murder capital of the world, St. Louis is a cool place. I like St. Louis. We could go to City Museum. You guys ever heard of City Museum in St. Louis? It's really cool, dude. You should look it up. Let's go there. That's where we should go. If we were going to meet in the middle of the United States somewhere, I would say St. Louis. And even though, yes, there's a horrible, you know, my experience, I went there for a thing called Trans World. You ever heard of Trans World? It's the world's largest Halloween expo for industry insiders. It is legendary. If you don't know what Trans World is, you should look it up and follow it because it'll blow your freaking mind. It is by far the coolest thing there is in the world. I'm not even exaggerating that, by the way. The coolest thing in the world ever is Trans World in St. Louis. And I'm not exaggerating that, because if you like Halloween and scary and special effects, all the best people on earth gather at Trans World in St. Louis, and then they unveil all this stuff. Just watch some of the videos. It'll blow your mind. And the videos can never do it justice, because I went there and it was so insane. It's so insane, the level of artists. It's like all the greatest artists on earth doing scary all in the same room. And there's nothing in the world that even touches it, because there's no gathering of such artistry and scary anywhere. There's nothing like it. Nothing will beat it. I really am fully convinced, because like even Burning Man or, you know, Coachella, they got nothing on what Trans World is, because Trans World is literally just like just go look up Trans World Expo. You'll melt. If you don't know what that is, you will die. Like, it's the best thing ever. And I went there, and it was in St. Louis, and I had nothing but a good time. So, and you went to City Museum and stuff. And I'm not joking, dude. Trans World. I literally don't know of anything, because I look at stuff and I'm like, what would be the next best thing? Like Meow Wolf, right? Like Meow Wolf might be the next best thing in the whole world. Like, as far as just coolest thing ever. And guess what? Meow Wolf is not also is like permanent, but also is just not, it's one world, right? And Trans World is a temporary event with all the gathering of the greatest artists ever. And it's scary. And it's awesome. I'll go back to it. It's just very expensive. If you've never heard of it. No, it's Trans World, not trance. Transylvania, Transformation World. Before that became a term that means something else, by the way. So, like, I feel bad for the inventors of that the expo, because of what, recently it sounds like something else. But realistically, it was way before the modern times. And it, Trans World, like transforming world. Go look it up on YouTube. Every video you will watch, follow it. I'm telling you, once you get locked into that algorithm, everything, you're going to be blown. It'll blow your mind nonstop. There's so much stuff at it that if you follow it, you'll keep finding new things, because there's thousands and thousands of things there. It's like, literally, like I said, the biggest and most important industry event in Halloween. It's where all the greatest Halloween people on earth gather. And I'm not even exaggerating that. It is all the biggest and best Halloween people from all over the earth gather at this one event every year, and they show off what they can do, and nothing touches it on earth. Nothing's even close, I guarantee it. I know that. It's the best event. Yeah, you're joking. I get it. Trans World. You're telling me to go crash at some guy's house in Oklahoma? You want me to go live at some guy's house in Oklahoma? That's a very strange situation. You want me to move to Oklahoma and live in some guy's house? What's going on in the chat right now? The chat, it says own idea of my life right now. Chat's like, dude, you got to move to Oklahoma. Like, what? Where did that come from? Dude, just move to Oklahoma for like 6 months. Just do it. All right. I'm moving to Oklahoma, guys. I don't know why. I have no idea. Unsaid Flounder wants me to move to Oklahoma. All right. I'm changing my plans, guys. I'm still talking about Halloween. I'm always talking about Halloween. I'm literally in a haunted house right now called Future Nightmares. That's why I went to Trans World, because I'm the owner of a haunted house. Look up Future Nightmares on Facebook. Go to futurenightmares.com. I own futurenightmares.com. That's the website for my haunted house. How cool is that? Is that the coolest thing you've ever heard? futurenightmares.com. But also look up Future Nightmares on Facebook. We have almost 6,000 followers on there. Yeah, but now I stream from here, right? I'm in the haunted house right now, and I've been streaming, and now we make more money doing this than I did during that, because that costs so much money to run that we're actually just, this costs me very much less money to do, and it's one man. I don't have to hire a bunch of employees and organize crap and pay for advertising and all this stuff, you know? So that's why I'm doing this, and now this is my thing. Because this is much more of a business than that, in the sense that it doesn't cost me tens of thousands of dollars to have people working for me and to have, you know, all the insurance and people and broken equipment. And it's, haunted housing is awesome, but it's mostly like costs tons of money. Live streaming, on the other hand, we've talked about it, right? If I can get this thing could be mobile. I could travel to the United States. I could go on the other side of the earth and do this. You can't do that with the haunted house. I've broken the world with this, so thank you for the super chats, because I think, you know, most people can't do this. This is much more exciting in a different way. I would love to take the stream to Trans World, though. Unsaid Flounder says, move here. With a $2 super chat. That's right. Anyways, look up Trans World Expo. You'll love it. Guaranteed. Can we get that to 333 behind me? And then we'll get out of here. Okay, thank you. I hope you really liked my Daft Punk thing. I thought it was good, right? I thought that was a really good version of that. Dude, how about the camera, though? Has the show ever looked at this good, like, in a long time? Best looking show we've had probably ever. What do you guys think? I get it. Yeah, dude, Unsaid, we're all having fun here. You want me to go back to my Native American roots? I wish I was Native American. I love that. Nah, man, I'm like the whitest guy in the world. Unfortunately. My last name is Churchill, dude. My real last name is Churchill. So that kind of puts you where you know, I am the opposite of a Native American, unfortunately. I love the Native Americans, and I think they're right in every way. But my last name's Churchill, so I'm kind of the invader. You know, I'm kind of the anti-Native American when it comes to that. But I love Native Americans, and I think, you know, it's all horrible. But then you could look at every moment of American history and say we're just monsters. You know what I mean? Which is so true. I love that stuff, though, dude. I love, shout out to Native Americans. Shout out to the Native Americans. Yeah, okay. Dude, my last name's Churchill. I'm definitely proud of that, dude. If I want to move back to England just to flex my last name. I've never been to England, and I want to go there and just show off my last name. Do you think if I go around saying I'm a Churchill, like they're gonna like hand me the keys to the world? I kind of feel like they would. You go back to England, they're like handing me like, oh, his last name's Churchill. He's a legend. I feel like they would. People do that here, dude. A lot of people still do that in America because then they just think you're related to Winston. And I probably am in some distant thing, but like not directly. But you might as well just tell everybody, yeah, dude, that's my uncle. whatever. Right? Yeah, dude, my great uncle, my Uncle Winston, Uncle Winnie, we used to call him. He'd always drink a little too much, but he was a good time. Nah. Yes, Winston Churchill, exactly. Yeah, I know they have problems over there, though. Yeah, that's probably the reason I wouldn't move to England. Is it sounds like it's not good right now, unfortunately. But it doesn't sound like everywhere is kind of weird. Everything's weird right now, right? So you got to not worry about it. Everything's kind of weird, right? No matter where you are. Name a place that's not weird? Because I don't think I know of one. Maybe like Finland or something. How's like Sweden? Sweden and Finland seem like they're always like doing really well, right? They're probably doing fine. We don't hear enough about them in America, though. Like, let's go to Norway. Should I go to Norway? I feel like I wouldn't stand out enough over there, though. If I move somewhere, I gotta stand out in a way that's a good thing. I wish Australia, I don't know. Okay, I wish Australia, why has everybody got like, the world's kind of getting a weird reputation, dude. What's going on here, guys? 36,000 hearts on TikTok. All right, we're going to go. Finland. Thanks, FTW. Yeah, I know. I would stand out in Japan. I love Japan and would love to be in Japan. And I think they think it's cool, but I've watched people move to Japan, and I've heard, like, I used to think it'd be great because I'm so different, but then also it'd be fun to be so tall too, right? Like be a foot taller than everybody. And obviously Japanese women and stuff are like hot, right? Like there's like super hot babes. But the thing is, I've also heard it's very hard to become a part of the culture because they're very stern, and I don't know if I've actually found that I don't think the things I've seen, it's a lot harder to just become a Japanese person than they're not all stoked on you moving there. That's what I've watched some stuff on it. I don't know though, I used to want to do that. I would live there temporarily though. I want to perform there really bad. That's my biggest dream, guys. If anywhere on earth, all I want to do is perform in Tokyo, Japan. That's my biggest, out of all the places on earth. And I want to figure it out, but we got to get somebody to help me. We got to find someone in Tokyo, Japan that can help me make that happen. And make money, by the way. We can't lose. Because the thing is, the trip, we've talked about it, right? I go to Australia, then to Japan, right? So I'd have to perform in Australia and perform in Japan and then Australia again so that I can make the trip make money. Because you stop in Australia on the way to Japan. So stop in Australia, perform, and you got to pay for all the hotel rooms and all the Ubers because you got to get rides everywhere, right? But if I could use my connections, I have friends in Australia, so if my Australian friends would actually help me, then it would save me a lot of money, right? Because if I could have them help me drive places and maybe stay at their houses, then I would really financially make sense. But in Japan, I don't know if I have any connections there or not. But if we can get connections in Japan. Oof, do you hear that? That was my neck. Can't believe there's people unsubscribing. Imagine being that weird. What about this made you unsubscribe? Creep. That's so weird, dude. Oh, he's talking about his dreams. I don't like that. We got 100 people. I said if as long as 100 people were here, I'd stay, but I'm probably going to go, guys. 3 in the morning. They'd make me into a cyberpunk character in an anime. Heck yeah. Yeah, hostels would be good, but I don't know if I'd want to put my equipment in a hostel, right? I know that people do use hostels and they're crazy cheap, dude. So cheap. But I don't trust like my guitar equipment in something like that, especially if I brought one of these, right? Which I probably wouldn't. But even then, right? Like, I mean, you bring all that equipment, poof, it's gone. All right. I think we're going to go, guys. This was a great stream. I love you guys. Did you have fun? We're all weird. Yeah. No time for weirdos, but you get what I mean. It's a different kind of weirdo to be an unsubber. Why would you unsub at all if you ever subbed for at all? You know what I mean? It doesn't cost you any money. I am constantly putting out a quality product. Even when I'm talking, I think what we talk about is interesting. This is a cool stream, no matter what I'm doing on it. So like when people that unsubscribe, it's like, that's so weird. Like,
I can't stand the way he's just,
You know, like, what is that? You know what I mean? Dude, you guys know I shred. You guys can talk to me. That's the cool part, is there's people that shred and you're never going to talk to them. I like to talk to my people. It's a community. Yeah, I'll see you in Oklahoma. See you all in Oklahoma, guys. Thanks, Susie Ruby. Thanks, Diet Dr. Evil. That's a fun name. Diet Dr. Evil. That's a fun one. I like that. Said Sparky, you did another good show. Hunts007 says, have a good night, guys. Really enjoyed the stream, especially getting to know Sparky Churchill. Yeah. Yeah, it's not like a sub-only chat like the other losers out there. It's not a sub-only chat. It is a sub-only chat, though. I literally have it set to sub-only chat, bro. You think I'm a loser now? I set it to subs-only chat a while ago because it's just like, you know, I couldn't stand it. So we are in subs-only mode. We've been in it for at least an hour. But we're trying to get subs. Like, I don't get why you know. I don't understand why you'd be here if you're not going to subscribe. It never made sense. How awesome does this show look, though? 10 out of 10. The camera, I am so stoked. I hope this never breaks because this formula is the formula. Like, we're back in the game, right, guys? Like, as far as visually and audibly visually, we're in the game again, dude. It's really exciting. That's exciting, right? I'll name my son Winston. Yeah, if I had a son. All those babies that I have, yeah. Thanks, Sarah. Sarah, Thomas Anonymous, Thomas Johnston, Kirk Burning, Dennis Parker is a super legend. We love you, Dennis. I love seeing people that I haven't seen in a while come back, and, you know, that's what it's about, guys, because I get it. People have stuff they do. They can't be here all the time. I would not, you know, I love the ones that come in all the time. You're my favorite. You usually end up becoming a moderator if you do that. But, you know, we all have windows of time where we get real busy. You know, you come in and out. I just like to see the regular faces, you know, because those people that have supported me hardcore, like, you know, it's nice to see you again. Like, it was good. It's good to see Heavy D back in the chat. And some of you guys, like, you know, you got to just pop in. This is a long ride. Not a fast one. We're here for a long time. So you're going to, you know, you sub, you come back, you know, you enjoy the show for a few months, go away, do your thing, come back. I'm always here. That's the goal, is I'll always be here. As long as you guys help fund me in windows of time, I will always be here. So while you're here, if you can throw me a little bit, I will continuously be able to be here forever, and then you'll always have a place where you're welcome to come chat, and we'll be happy, okay? It's a community. I'm your mom's favorite musician. I think that's cool. Thanks, the great Scott. That's awesome. Love to hear that. That's nice. Cool. I love moms. My mom died 3 months ago, so shout out to moms. 36,000 hearts, 36,700 hearts on TikTok, 14,600 views, 15,000 views on YouTube. We had a great night, guys. 320 thumbs up. Well, end the poll. I almost forgot to end the poll. Good, we ended it. Okay, guys, this really long story, okay, has been going on for weeks and weeks. All right? I'll explain it real quick, okay? So we walk into the dark, spooky woods. That's always how the stories go, right? We walked into the dark, spooky woods. You guys vote on each part. You voted that there was a screaming guy on a bicycle. And then you voted that we hid, and he rode past. Then you voted that we decided to follow him. And when we followed him, you voted that he went into a cave. And you voted that we followed him into the cave, and then we fall down a pit. And we fell into a pit, and the pit teleported us. And you voted that it teleported us into Paperboy, the video game, Nintendo's Paperboy. Then you voted that we won level 1. Then you voted that level 2 had the Doom Slayer from the video game Doom, and you voted that we won that. And then you voted that level 3, we went up against the screaming bicycle guy was in the game, okay? And we went up against him in a challenge, and we won level 3. We defeated him, which he promised to let us out of the video game, okay? Then you guys gave me options. The members in the nightclub earlier tonight gave me options on what happens next. He says he's going to let us out. So we win, and we're going to be let out. 903 votes on the poll, okay? We win level 3. The Paperboy promises us that we're going to be moved out, or that we're going to leave. And instead, with 903 votes, 15% says a battle with Princess Pooh. We have a boss fight with my beautiful Pomchi puppy Princess Pooh. Not a thing. 27% say Master Chief. We're not doing Halo. 28% say we are transferred to the Renaissance times. And 30% say Mario. Mario? All right, so we're going to keep being stuck in video games, I guess. So it was like a trap. Now we're getting further away from bicycles, because bicycles really have nothing to do with Mario. But that's okay. All right. So that's where we're at. I guess we're going to Mario. I'll be honest, guys. I may end up giving you guys just 2 options. We either win or we die here soon, because I want to start a new timeline. I'd like to get back to the world where we do a full story in one night and try to get it done, you know? Where like we start the show and end the show with a story. Because that was so fun, right? Like, who loved riding that out? Like, it would be like we'd be here for 4 hours and we had a full story by the end of it, and it was like an experience where you go music and then stories and music and stories. I want to do that again, but with this ongoing saga, we're never getting anywhere. We could technically have 2 different stories going on at once. There's that too. You know, afternoon and night shows. There's that way of doing it too. All right, I plan to do it Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday afternoons tend to do pretty good, as long as I get around to it. So it's 3 in the morning. I'm going to go, guys, exactly 3 in the morning. Thank you so much. There's a lot of people on YouTube. Please subscribe. This is a great place to be. A wonderful community of legends and supporters. I'm very lucky. So thank you, guys. Let's win, all right? I'll give you guys, it's going to be weird because the outro, we now do a different outro because I don't grab the camera anymore because we have a different setup, but that's fine. All right, TikTok, YouTube, you guys are legends. Let's go. We're in another generation. We're at the next level now. This is my favorite setup right now. I think we're on to something now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Looking, feeling, doing good. This is dream stuff, right? You guys love it? Wow, Nathan Bell just woke up for work. There you go, Nathan. Wow, that's brutal, bro. We love you, buddy. You're the coolest. Nathan's the best. Nathan, I talked about, you talked about the sphere, right? I talked to Heavy D about potentially, he's in Vegas. Heavy D would almost go with me. I don't know, though. We're going to see. Travis Guide. Anthony Serrano, Sarah Wood, all my people, dude. You guys are 3 in the morning people, because this used to be my main time, right? I was always here at 3 in the morning, so I can see all where I formed the core base of this place is like 3 in the morning. So it's funny because all my real people that are the realest fans of this place, nobody's a fan. We don't use that term around here. You're supporters and believers and legends. All the real ones are here. So Sarah Wood, Anthony Serrano, Travis Guide, Nathan Bell. Where's Drago? 9 a.m. Where's Drago? Wow. That's fun. Nice morning show for you. Anybody from Russia? Moscow is one of my biggest audience. Hunts 007. Susie Ruby, or Sussy Ruby, I don't know what you want to be called. Salem's Place, hey, good to see you. Nathan Bell, Onyx Blackwing, Thomas Anonymous, Lance Kidd. Hey, Lance. See, all my best people, dude. You guys are awesome. Sir Grandmaster. Yeah, I know Onyx became a moderator. It's pretty brutal. We also got a new moderator over here on TikTok. So that's very fun. And you don't have to like dedicate your whole life to this, by the way, Breezy. Thank you, Breezy, for being here. And you can just be here when you feel like it. Being a moderator is not a responsibility at all. You seem to like to be here. So if you're having fun, you get to be a moderator. Just, you've been here a lot and you seem to throw me you seem to give me gifts and like it. And so we're going to be in for a ride. Because I'm part of Taboo's talent agency on TikTok, and they have battles every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday on TikTok, live stream battles. And I just have not been competing in them yet. I plan to do it, but I got to set up a set list. And I'd like you guys to tell me what the set list should be, because I got to build that. I may ask you guys what we should do, but I'm not going to compete Tuesday, which is tomorrow, but I'm going to try to get ready for Thursday's music cipher, which is what they do on Taboost. And then you guys can help me try to beat people, which is very crazy and weird, but it's like a whole different thing that I'm not even sure. I've never done it before. It kind of scares me. But that's why we need mods over there. So if you're a YouTube mod and you're interested in that, once the battles happen, I'm pretty sure we're going to need a lot more moderation, because some of that looks pretty toxic, I'm not going to lie. So you get I'm talking, dude, a lot of people that are going these things are famous, dude. So I'll be putting my face next to people with hundreds of thousands of followers, dude. It's kind of crazy. It really is. So it'd be me going up against people I'm only at 14,000 followers over there. So we're going to have a hard time. Gentle Jake's here in Australia. All right, guys. My regulars are the best. I got to go, guys. Music Cipher, yeah. On Thursdays, all the music people from Taboost battle each other. They battle. Well, Sussy, Susie, I don't know how you want to be called. Are you Sussy or Susie? Susie Ruby says 14,000 more subs than I. Yeah, man, but think about the amount of time I put in. I will also say I've streamed on TikTok probably thousands of hours now, right? So to have 14,000 followers and the amount of time that I've done is probably pretty bad. Okay, to be honest. The amount of effort I've put in is actually probably makes me look pretty bad. But I don't care. That's why when I succeed, remember, I did not get handed crap. I worked crazy hard. Gentle Jake, you got here late. Yeah, it's 3 in the morning for me. I got to go, dude. I've been here for 3.5 hours. That's, I started the show real late. What kind of stuff do I play, dude? I'm the king of cyberpunk. Most electric metal thing. Metal electronic music, bro. We're going to get out of here, all right? Anybody have anything else to add? Last moment. One more read of the chat. Gentle Jake, Travis Guide. Hall of Bards, what wins a battle? Tapping hearts and gifts? Yeah. Tapping the screen gets you like 3 points, but realistically, it's all gifts. Yeah, so it's basically like if your followers are rich, then you win. So that's what makes me sad is like it's all money. And TikTok takes 50% of it, so that's kind of a bummer. But I get the feeling that's how you make money doing TikTok, by the way, though. Because think about it, right? Like if you can get everybody to rally together, like in the last, because it's like you have like a lot of them, you have like a minute and a half to go, and then like you have to make more money than the other person head to head. And so when the timer ticks down, people start throwing money at you. It's just like an auction, right? So it starts forcing people to give money because they want to see you win. And there's multiple rounds. It's really intense. But I bet I could make money by doing that. Susie says, it'll pay off. Never think too much about work again. You do what you love, brother. Keep doing it. You got this, man. You have the talent. Thank you. Yeah. And again, some of that's not talent. It's like if you know rich people, you're going to win battles, but it's fine. See you tomorrow, guys. Okay. I'm going to rock my way out of here. We'll do an explosive outro. Welcome back to Streamlabs. I hope it goes well. We had a lot of ups and downs last series of this, and I'm sure it'll continue to have ups and downs because Streamlabs server and stuff is sometimes kind of questionable. But I'm excited to try it again, dude. Back in the game, guys. Oh, yeah.
Better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it. Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it. Makes us harder, better, faster, stronger. Work it, make it, do it. Makes us